Welcome back to our channel. I know the mood isn't the best after the last loss and with so many important injuries, but what if I told you that despite all the problems, there's a weakness in our Sunday opponent, the Chargers, that perfectly matches our team's greatest strength? There's a clear path to victory, an advantage we need to exploit relentlessly. Stay with me until the end because I'll show you with numbers and facts what's key to leaving California with a positive result. First, we need to be honest about what happened last week against the Atlanta Falcons. Our greatest strength, pressure on the opposing quarterback, simply disappeared. We allowed their quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., to get comfortable in the pocket with all the time in the world to analyze our defense and find his receivers. The result was disastrous. He had the best game of his career, throwing for over 300 yards and dismantling our secondary, which was completely exposed without the help of the defensive line. Let's put this into numbers to understand the magnitude of the problem. Before that game, our team had one of the best pressure rates in the league, reaching the quarterback over 45% of the time he dropped back to pass. Against the Falcons, that rate plummeted to just 25%, one of the worst marks of the week. We absolutely cannot afford to repeat that performance. If we give the Chargers' much more talented quarterback, Justin Herbert, the same amount of time, the results will be even worse. Our defensive line needs to prove that the last game was an outlier, and this is where our big break comes in, the focal point of today's video. The Los Angeles Chargers' offensive line is in tatters, completely devastated by injuries. They've already started the season without their best player, left tackle Rashawn Slater. As if that weren't enough, last week, his replacement, rookie Joe Alt, who had been playing very well, was also injured and is unlikely to play against us. They're patched up, vulnerable, and about to face our greatest strength. The Chargers' offensive numbers reveal the extent of their desperation. Justin Herbert is the fifth most pressured quarterback in the entire league this season, and the situation has only worsened in recent weeks. In the last 2 games, he's been pressured a total of 46 times, the most among any quarterback in that span. And that was before the injury to his left tackle. On Sunday, he'll be in the pocket with a real target on his back, waiting for the impact that, I hope, will come from our players. If there's one hungry rusher on our defense who should be watching the situation with a smile on his face, it's Dorance Armstrong. Despite having a quiet game against the Falcons, with just 2 pressures, he's still second in the entire NFL in pressure percentage, with a season-high 21.6%. This is the perfect scenario for him. A face-off against a backup offensive line is a golden opportunity for him to once again dominate and impact the game, as we know he can. The importance of Armstrong and our entire defensive line having a great game goes far beyond just getting sacks. Constant pressure on Justin Herbert will force him to make quick decisions and mistakes. This takes the burden off our secondary, which is also dealing with absences, and gives them a much better chance of competing against the Chargers' receivers. If our pass rush works, our entire defense plays better. It's a positive domino effect we desperately need. The path to victory on Sunday is clear as day. We don't need to invent anything fancy. We need to be ourselves and do what we do best. Unleash our defenders to hunt the quarterback. The game will be won or lost in the battle between our defensive line and the Chargers' patchy offensive line. If we win this battle consistently, we'll have a huge chance to control the game and come away with the victory, even playing on the road and with so many offensive absences. Now, I want your participation. If you also believe our defensive line is the key to victory this Sunday, leave a like on this video to show the strength of our fans. And if you want to see our full analysis right after the game, with all the details of this battle in the trenches, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Your subscription really helps our work continue to grow. Ultimately, this game became a fundamental test for our coaching staff. The opponent's weakness is obvious, and so is our strength in exploiting it. There are no secrets. And this brings me to the final question that will set the tone for our week. Knowing the opponent's weakness at the most crucial point of the game, will our coaching staff be aggressive enough to exploit this advantage from the very first play? Or will we see a more conservative approach that could cost us the game, a